I'll tell you a bit about Mr. V.K. Sharma. He has excellent blend of experience of industry and academics. He has 21 years of experience in business development, marketing and sales management, consultation, production management, as well as training. Currently, he's working as an assistant vice president at Alchem Labs Limited, and prior to that, he has worked in leading organizations like Dabur India Limited, Sun Pharmaceuticals Limited, IBCA Labs Limited, Glenmark Labs Limited, and Mankind Pharma. Currently, he heads 2 marketing divisions at Alchem Pharma Limited for India and Nepal operations. Specialty marketing, developing new business modules, turnarounds in business, new business launches are his core strength areas. We welcome you, sir, and let's hope that we have an insightful and interactive session.
Yeah. So, good afternoon to all of you. And thank you for Professor Amitabh Day for giving me this opportunity to interacting all of you. We'll be talking bit of career in pharma marketing, a brief about pharma marketing. This can be interesting not only the people who are aspiring to be career in pharma, but it can be interesting for people who are not even pharma career oriented also. I'll be talking basic thing, and what can be more important, wherever you feel like you can ask the questions so that it can be more informative to you and it can be more useful to all of you also. Depending on time, we can touch about a little bit of some do's and don'ts in the career in the private sector. So we'll start with the pharma marketing point of view. Wherever you feel free, you can raise hand, ask question. Don't wait for the end of the session. Okay? Pharma marketing, if you look at, there is certain unique fact about pharma. One is that here customer is not buyer. Normally when we do the marketing, we go to the customer or we go to the buyer. Here buyer is the patient and customer is the doctor. So customer is different and buyer is different. That add different dynamics to the whole pharma marketing point of view, and which one basic factor which differentiated from the other marketing setup. And this customer take decision about thousands of buyer. Whatever doctor says, patient will purchase. So doctor is taking decision and patient is purchasing. And that is how we need to approach to the doctor, not to the patient. Now the secondary customers also exist, which means when doctor prescribes something, the prescription goes to the chemist. The chemist is also customer. Sometimes he also play a role in the availability of drugs and sometimes substitution also. His story does not end here also. This chemist go to the stockist who purchased from the company distributor. So he also exists, he also have a role. So there is a secondary customer also exists. So any medicine from our distributor point of view, which move to stockist, from stockist to chemist, and then chemist goes to the patient with the prescription of the doctor. So there is a multiple layers are there, which makes little difficult to understand, little complex, but once you enter, it's interesting also. So overall, you can say it's a multiple layer marketing. In this marketing, a marketer cannot reach out to the customer directly. Why another important is directly? We keep the all executives available with, there is an involvement of person selling. These executives go to meet the doctors. As a marketing manager, as a brand manager, person has to depend on these executives. Then only they can take some message to the doctor. He cannot approach direct doctor, there is no advertisement available here. So, as a when you look at a marketing point of view, a marketer will approach or he can teach, train his executives. These executives will go to doctor. Doctor will write something, prescription will go to chemist, chemist will go to stockist, stockist will buy medicine from the distributor, and that is how the sale happens. So it's a long chain. It's a zero error industry. Why I am saying zero error? The drugs has to be taken inside the body. It is not something shampoo or soap. You can apply. If it works, well and good. If it does not apply, no issue. But here, it has to work, and more importantly, it should not create any adverse effect. Something you are taking inside, it can cost life, it can create side effect. So it's very important, it's a sensitive issue. So one cannot push sale like this. It's not something like sales management, you can keep pushing the sale. Certain drugs are the life-saving drugs which cost in the lakhs. Sometimes patients are admitted in the hospital, ICU, there are the drugs. Patient has to take 5 days, 10 days continuously, then only life can be saved. And those comes in the lakhs. And such drugs normally, they cost very high, which means certain time, there are certain low class person, middle class person, they have to sell some properties also to buy the drugs to save a patient. Which means it become very sensitive and responsible sector. Somebody is selling the property, somebody is dying, and we are doing the same. It's sensitive also, responsible also. Another factor is here customers are very educated and elite member of society. You meet the doctors who are normally pass out MBBS, but basically MBBS are just a graduate. They're not supposed to see the patient just after passing out MBBS until they do some internship. Real, a doctor starts from MD onward. And now this is a time of the chronic marketing, or you can say more of super specialization. The doctor has to be DM, doctor has to be MCH. Those kind of doctors are very elite class, very educated, very bright people. We have to deal with them, which means we cannot fool them around. They are more qualified than us. They are supposed to be more intelligent than us. So we are dealing with that kind of customer. There any salesman, any pushing hardly work. So we need a quality of salesmanship or marketing activity at different level here. Coming to the size of the pharma market, in India there is approximately 25,000 registered pharma company. Huge number. But we cut down a little. Out of that, it is almost 500, which you can say organized. When different agencies do their survey, they give the report. That number comes to sometime 490, sometimes come to around 500, sometimes go 510. So you can say the known company or the organized company are approximately 500 only in the pharma. When you look at size point of view, I am talking size of only which is formulation available, which means ready medicines available, whether it's tablet, whether capsule or syrup. If I look at that value, that is almost 1,34,000 crore market in India, out of which almost 62,000 crore is branded formulation, which normally available to each one of you with doctor prescribe. There is another 50,000 crore, which almost equal amount we export finished product. Almost 6,000 crore is a generic, which is available with the salt name. There is another 15,000 crore which is available in government institutions or some rural, some small companies which normally not visible. And there is almost 1,000 crore which you can say imported or ICC product which again does not come on any surveys. So this is a drug of the, this is the size of the industry, and almost 1,00,000 crore will be there which bulk drug or the API sells. I am not adding that, I am talking only finished formulation. So that is size of industry. This industry is growing by somewhere 12 to 15%. If I talk of other industry, that also growing by another 20-25%. So if I total up entire pharma, the growth will be somewhere around 20% of this. And 20% you can say is the good growth. Beauty of the pharma market is that operative margin 50 to 95%. More is the specialized drug, more is the margin. Suppose you talk of cardiac drugs, margins around 80%, 90%. You talk of neurology medicines, margin are 80-90%. More is the general drugs, margins are less, but less means 50%. If as a marketer, if somebody wants a low GC, low profitability, which means 50-60, low GC, I am not interested. And this 50-60%, 90%, what I am talking is taking out margin of retail chemist, taking out margin of wholesale stockist also, taking out all the kind of tax Chidambaram apply. I am talking of net value. In the net value, what I sells, if I am buying of say 5 paisa, if I am selling of say 90 paisa, then I am talking of those things. It's a huge, it's a big margin. That is a interesting part of this industry. And that is why most of the company, big group also get into pharma. It's a big profit making. There's another good things about pharma, because sometimes you say bad things also otherwise. Talking of future trend, due to low labor cost, India is emerging as a manufacturing hub, and in the international market, our perception is better than China. So internationally, Indian medicines are preferred at least as compared to China. So we manufacture a lot of medicine, as I shown you earlier slide, Whatever we are consuming here in India, almost same amount we are selling to abroad because we charge less. So, being a manufacturing hemp, future is bright here. Due to high population, domestic business is bound to grow. Situation is now like this. In the world pharma market, we contribute almost 1.5 to 1.6%. By mean of population, we contribute generously around 16%. So if we come equivalent to the world consumption, our market can easily grow by 10 times. That is the scope available. Now the medical insurance are coming. Last few years, lot of corporate hospitals are coming. Retail pharmacy chains are coming. So these are the things which are the name of the game, which is the future trend, which will future add to this business, which was not there in the past. If I look back, some 10 years back, these things were hardly existing. Last 10 years, these things are adding up, and now this future point of time, this will be name of the game. Who will handle these kind of things? They will be, company will be gainer. India contribution to world market very low as compared to population, so there is a large scope of growth here. Overall, as industry merger acquisitions are happening at regular interval. Every year, some of the Indian companies are being sold, some of the multinationals are being purchasing. But growth of Indian companies is better than a multinational company. As a result, as of now, in Indian pharma market, 75% contribution is from Indian company and 25% are multinationals. Our Indian companies also, all the top companies, they operate in different countries, Europe, Russia, even now America also. Most of the companies, if you look at top 10 companies, that approximately 50% business now comes from the export. So Indian pharma market is something globalized sector now. They are looking at opportunity abroad is better than the Indian opportunity, although both has to exist. Here top 10 companies take the market share of 41%. And these top 10 company growth is more than the market growth, which means bigger companies are getting bigger and smaller companies are getting marginalized. So companies who are operating there, they are becoming more and more bigger. This is why I'm telling the 500 number of the pharma company which is well organized. This number is reducing, it is not increasing. Overall, in medicinal point of view, shift is towards a chronic segment or lifestyle disorder. When I say lifestyle disorder, it's a psychiatric disease, it's a neurological disease, it's a diabetes, it's a cancer, it's a cardiac problems, it's a gynecology problem, it's a respiratory problems. These diseases are increasing, and what is decreasing is more about antibiotic consumptions. That is completely lowering down the way socio-economical condition is improving. So overall, these infections are getting reduced, but these kind of lifestyle disease, obesity, this kind of increasing. Some 15-20 years back, people used to talk tuberculosis as a life-threatening disease. A lot of people used to die from the tuberculosis. Now hardly people die from tuberculosis. But a lot of people now die because of stroke, which is a neurological condition. A lot of people dies because of cardiac attack. Many more people will die because of diabetes. Because of cancer, a lot of people dies. So overall, it is shifting towards more of the lifestyle disorder, more of the chronic disease. And in the chronic disease, patients once start taking, by and large, they have to keep on taking till the person die. That is what beauty about this industry. It's hardly they treat anybody, because if you look at human body, which is machinery, if there is some defect in the machinery, so you have to take a prophylaxis a long-term point of view. There is disease, suppose you see the old age people, the tremors are happening. No, you can't stop tremors. You can reduce it. We say okay, old age people, memory is less, Alzheimer, dementia, the disease called. You cannot bring back the memory. You can reduce this progression. These are all degenerative disease. You go for bypass surgery. This does not guarantee lifelong you will not have problem. Some year you will not have problem. All such things are basically, one such person comes to us, he will remain our customer. We don't leave. We work on the improving the quality of the person, quality of the life. What we say, we add years to the life. That's what we do primarily. So shift is taking place this side. So that's why again they say future is bright, because anxiety, depression, stress, they're increasing. People are eating more spicy. You see, diabetes, every third person has diabetes. Now at the age of 40, 45, you send somebody for checkup, he will find either diabetes, some oncology, some problem will be there. Very few lucky people will not have such problem. Very few lucky people. So people fear going for such tests. Now the hospital offer the package. You come here, in 5,000 rupees will give you so and so tests. Package offering. So test also is a package. And as a result of the package, some disease will come out, they will treat also. Obviously. We as a pharma company conduct a lot of camps. Epilepsy detection camp, diabetes detection camp, all such camp free of cost. You must be seeing the society, things are happening. Free of cost. Nothing, there is no lunch available free of cost. So when we see 100 patients, out of 100 patients, at least 20, 30 something will detect, na? So they will become a customer. And the doctor we take with us. The doctor also will get the patient, he will get the fees. But first we says, free of cost medical checkup. And one time you can see free. But after that, we also charge. So that's how our market progress. In 1995, Indian household we were spending around 4% on healthcare. 7% we were spending in 2005, we are expecting 11% will spend in 2015. Which means in the past, we were spending very less on the health point of view. Unless somebody becomes disabled, we did not take it to doctors. But now, it is improving. For our quality of life, we take the patient to the doctor. I started my career in pharma some 20 years back. So I was more involved in the neuropsychiatric disorder. So when I started my first day in a mental hospital, so since then I used to see a lot of patients were there. Janjiro se bandh ke laya jata tha. One patient and 5-6 people, holding him. That used to be condition. So it was also art I learned how to deal with a psychiatric patient without getting the beating. Because they beat badly. In the psychiatric patient, what is the biggest thing? No, seriously I tell you. Psychiatric psychosis, which means not in touch with the reality. That is psychiatric patient basically, or psychosis. But he does not know that he is not in touch with the reality. When you laugh at them, they feel bad. If you talk to them seriously, they will feel happy. So normally, if you suppose next person, psychiatric patient is standing, and I move away like this, he will feel bad. If I stay close to him, happy. If somebody hold me, you are my brother. Yes, you are also my brother. Happy. If I say, no, I am not brother. And he can slap also. There are many cases happen. The doctor has hit back the doctors, this patient has hit back doctors. In AIMS Delhi, head of department, Dr. Rajat Ray, he was HOD. He was just moving, who is standing, blah, blah, all those things. One patient said, This HOD was poor health, maybe around 50 kg of weight. One slap, he fall down. In many cases, they take the paperweight and hit a doctor. That's why you go to any psychiatrist, you will not find a psychiatrist where on the table paperweights is there. No psychiatrist keep the paperweight. Anyhow, coming back to the issue. So now if I see psychiatric patient, patient want to go to psychiatrist. No, sometimes I have anxiety, sometimes I have depression. And it's a very common problem. When somebody knows I am dealing with this kind of disease, so a lot of people come to me. Actually, one of my friends, he has sometimes anxiety. I always understand he has the problem. Why to tell? Because I am also becoming half doctor dealing with them. One of sister friend, blah blah, all these stories comes. But commonly, what I am saying, now the people started going to the doctors. So now it is no more a stigma, but more and more people are looking for quality of life. People in the old age, they keep the money with them so that when I am old, I live more happily. insurance is increasing. So overall, spending in pharma is bound to go up. That is what I am trying to say. So we have a better future. As per estimated government report, around 14% crore of Indian population will cross the poverty line in the decade of 2005 to 2015, which means socio-economical condition of India is increasing. Again, the medicine purchase will increase. Everywhere I see the brighter side of it. Overall, middle class is swelling. So when the middle class is always there, bound to be patient only. What is use of middle class? To be patient only. Medical tourism is developing very fast in India, going to big industry in few years. Now the hospitals are offering the treatment package. Now OPD is also operating Sundays. Patients are coming from abroad. They're landing in India for 10 days, getting the operated, going back. Big industry, they're called medical tourism. So hospital management again is becoming big industry. Because here we have skilled doctors available and economical packages are available. Today you go to some good city, maybe hospital like Fortis Hospital, Max Hospital, Apollo Hospital. No, I have heart pain. So somebody will put you, okay, you wait now. Then they will tell you, this heart pain, this can be cardiac attack. We'll do the 1-2 angiogram. If required be, we'll do the bypass surgery also. We'll keep you for 7 days. Total cost will be coming 3 lakh rupees. Yes. What patient will tell? Every damn thing there is a package. You go to the good hospital, good package is offering. Only thing right now, at least to the best of my knowledge, and they are not saying, can you avail this package also, you get a car also. Otherwise, property dealers are selling that also. But medically, packages are available. Now OPDs, if you look at previously, doctor used to available 9 to 12, 6 to 9, that to working days. No. Now, in the bigger hospitals, doctors are available throughout the Sunday, throughout the public holidays. Evening 10 o'clock also, morning 8 o'clock also, afternoon also. There is no holiday for doctors. Which means because you are giving service, you need customers. So all the time you have to be available. So this is also industry is growing, because if somebody is working class and his mother is not well, somebody's family not well, because I cannot take it to hospital because I have to go to office. Now you can take on Sunday also. You can take on evening also. Hospital is there. Corporate hospitals are offering branded coffee shop. You go to big corporate hospital, CCD is available. Coffee cafe day, branded one, not the small one. Gift galleries are available inside the corporate hospital. Book shops are available, not the management book, but otherwise. Other shopping also you can do. Because just like amusement park, you are going to Universal Studio. You go to Universal Studio, it's an amusement park for children. You go to hospital also. I want to go for checkup. If you go for checkup, some disease will be found. So that's how different way industry is growing. Medical insurance, corporate hospital are increasing very fast. Currently, as per a WHO report, currently almost 3.5% Indian population suffering from diabetes, 5% for hypertension or cardiac disease, another 5% for neuropsychiatric disorder, and besides the dermatology, skin problem, women hormonal problem, cancer, viral disease are on the fast rise. And in my own experience, I deal with different chronic segment only, whether cardiology, diabetology, HIV, cancer, viral, gynecology, dermatology. I do all those things only. I don't sell the amoxicillin, which cost only 2 rupees. Okay. So these diseases are increasing very fast. So market is there. Future is there. Now there are current factors which are from the government side. I'll tell you briefly because it will take otherwise a lot of time here. Which is affecting the industry. This is government some regulations. One is patent issue. There was one patent issue which was in 1972 came, which called it process patent, which means the way I am manufacturing you cannot manufacture, which means no patent. So that's how India was doing for last 30 years, 40 years. Now, few years back there was called product patent. What I am manufacturing you cannot manufacture. But Indian companies regularly keep on breaking this patent. Then this MNC who has the patented product, they go to court almost every 3-4 months. Then always court gives ruling in the favor of Indian company. Why? Medicine has to be available at affordable cost. Because we are very political people. So Patent are there on the paper, but practically we as a country are working without patent, which means anybody can launch any drug. There are MCI regulations are there in place. Some 2-3 year back, government issued MCI regulation, which means you cannot give the freebies to the doctor. If you give, then give 30% to us. I know, officially, not joking. They issue 2 directives. One is MCI regulation, then they give one tax regulation also. If you are spending all this money, then this will be considered as from your own profit. Own profit means give 30% because you are all 30% select. Simple. So there is a regulations available, but that is on the place. Generic drugs, there is political parties issues. All the political parties says generic drugs should be available in the hospital. Hospital doctor should not be writing outside prescription. In West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee says, if I see any doctor prescription, criminal case will be initiated against the doctor. Oh, really? Now, what is this generic drug issue? If you go to a hospital, doctor write medicine, you go to medical store, purchase it. Now, the political party does not get anything out of it. But if doctor writes something and it is available inside the hospital, so which means it has to purchase by the government. If it has to purchase by the government, people will get something. Simple. I met some few months back. There is one of the person who is constructing road in Mumbai. Mumbai, you must be reading the newspaper. A lot of patrols and all these things are there. I asked him why all this problem. He says, whatever tender amount we get, 80% goes to the government people. I said, 80% too much. This is 10% I also get, obviously. Which is also correct. So it is 10% which is material they are using. So when this generic drug issue is also like this, it's a basically kind of corruption, but it is also there to stay. As a pharma person, my job is not to criticize anybody. I'm seeing the opportunity everywhere. Why I'm telling you all that. Opportunity is that generic drug market will increase. Opportunity is that take home message that we have to depend on the private sector. Government sector, just like post office, just like any other government office, they will be working for selective people. Otherwise, we have to look at private sector, private hospital, private medical college or private doctors. Government market is shifting away from the pharma company. We are looking towards a private sector. Drug price regulation. Previously there was some DPCU used to accept drug price control order, which came I think 1982 or something. Now it changed by this year as drug price regulation. It consists of some 650 formulations, which is basically 348 drugs. This price will be settled by the government. Government will learn how much cost we will sell. As of now, which means only all these companies marketing these drugs will have to sell at now same price, which means price will not differ. Which means previously all these drugs company were keeping different price. Now all the company we have to keep the same price. This will be blown to multinational company who used to sell at higher price. Then FDC issues are there, which means fixed drug combination. Government is banning certain drugs which are being used by the smaller companies. 2-3 drugs they use mixing together and giving it, which was more economical, but that is being banned slowly. Government have authority, DCGI and Delhi, and all the state also have the authority, the state drug control authority. Previously system was that you can manufacture any drug by taking authority from the local state, which means there is some company in Meghalaya. They go to state drug controller office, which must be very small, take any approval, and later on they will apply for Delhi, which obviously they will give. So those things for practicing must keep on going on. Now they are halting this thing, that no, you have to take permission from Delhi, but are going to state authorities are going to court, and court are giving in the order in the favor of the state authority. So these all the government regulations are currently impacting us. What is our interest here? What is my interest of telling you that? In the pharma market, lot of changes are taking place. Something which was not there 1 year back, it's there now. Something not there 5 years back, now it is there. When the changes happen anywhere, it is opportunity for the new people, for younger generation. Because the older people will find it difficult to negotiate or to deal with these changes. This is हमारे टाइम पे ये होता था, वो टाइम भी गया, वो भी गए. The time for younger people to come to see the younger reality. हमारे टाइम पे पोस्ट ऑफिस वाला डाकिया बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता, अब नहीं होता. क्योंकि हमारे टाइम पे तो सब दवा ऐसी बिकती थी, अब नहीं बिकती. हमारे टाइम पे तो कनॉट प्लेस होता तो राजीव चौक होता है. Time is changing. Time is changing now. If I look at 30 years back in our society, डाकिया बहुत प्राइम पर्सन होता था, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का लाइनमैन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आदमी होता था. टेलीफोन का लाइनमैन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आदमी होता था. वेयर आर दोज पीपल नाउ? यूजलेस पीपल, नोबडी नोज दैट. That is situation, that is changes. So same way with the government policy system, changes happening in pharma. That's what I'm trying to tell you. With the changes, more are the changes, more is an opportunity for younger generation, for newer people. Any industry, the kind of changes will be there, it will be better for the younger generation. Less will be changes, older will thrive. There is some more change happening which is not by the government but market oriented. One is emergence of corporate hospital. Because all the tests are available there, any doctor can pass out from any institute, he can immediately join the corporate hospital. No hassle for setting up the practice. We used to take 5 to 10 year time. So emergence of corporate hospital, which means we have to make the drugs available there. We have to get understanding dealing with those people. That's something new, which is not there old. Medical insurance are increasing, which means market has to shift to those places only which have the insurance facility. So our marketing has to shift there. Medical tourism increasing, which again we have to shift more towards a corporate hospital. Emergence of local small companies and some system loopholes are there. These loopholes are also from your point of view are important, which I will tell you later why. Systems are moving from product promotion to collaborative marketing, which means past we used to promote only product. When I'm saying collaborative marketing, we as a company we have to deal with these corporate hospitals. Max hospital chain, whether it's Fortis hospital chain, Apollo hospital chain, they all have price understanding. How much price will you give them? If it does not have the understanding with the price, dealing with these hospitals, drugs will not be available. Or different places, different names are there. Different pharmacy chains are there. So we have to do the collaboration with them in order to succeed. Overall competition is increasing. Salaries and operative expenses increasing. That is putting pressure on the companies that we have to be more cost effective and we have to be more productive. So these are certain changes happening. Or overall I can say, if I look at last few years, there is a see-through changes happening in the pharma marketing, the practice, which open lot of opportunities to youngster or the new ideas, where old ideas are gone. If I look at future need of marketing professional, as I shared you, we are contribute only 1.6% of world pharma market and population almost 16%. It's bound to grow. It's a recession-free market. Anywhere recession come, here it cannot come. Why? Socio-economical condition improving. The more richer you are, more you will be health conscious. More you have money, you are going to spend on your health. More awareness, more education, more you will spend on health. More so-called you develop yourself, more you will have lifestyle disorders. So there is a huge scope here. So it's a totally recession-free market. Whatever recession was there last decade, pharma industry has no impact. We were very smooth that time also. That time also we were doing a lot of expansions. So we don't get impacted by all these recessions. Growth is driven by the awareness, education, lifestyle, socio-economic condition, which is bound to increase in the coming year. It will be bound to be one of the major industry in the coming year. Road accidents are increasing, but death through the stroke and depression increasing. Those are decreasing, they are increasing. Pharma marketing involve product promotion, we can say brand marketing, personal selling, relationship marketing, or collaborative marketing. Different terminologies are there which we use while promoting the product in different places. Coming to career lines. Pharma sales is one career lines where you are in the sales management. Pharma marketing, which you can say brand marketing also, and that further evolve into business strategy marketing also, that is another line. B2B marketing, with a lot of API, bulk drug selling, there company to company marketing, business to business marketing, that is another line available in pharma. International marketing. As I said, our top 10 companies, their business international market is as equal to that of their domestic business. And in the coming time, business of the Indian company will be more in international market than the domestic market, because their market is much bigger and dollars rate is increasing only. So a lot of scope in international market also. One should not look at only in India. Administration and the distribution management is there. At the same time, hospital management, all these corporate hospitals are coming, medical insurance are coming, there also people go for pharma. So if you look at pharma, it does not mean only selling. There is a multiple of options are available in the pharma marketing, which are open to all youngsters. Starting of career lines, all the lines normally they start at grassroots work, that is territory executive or management training. Then they grow there. Career progress wise, if you look at pharma sales, that's how it roughly it goes like this. Person starting from management training can go up to vice president director level. These are the broadly the designation I have mentioned. Same way marketing also, almost same way. This all growth keep on happening over a period of time. Distribution, administration. Now, certain again, good thing about pharma marketing as a career. When I talk of career point of view, it's a longevity, which means when you go through different positions, a one person can easily work in pharma 30, 35 year, 40 year also, because so many, designations, so many responsibilities are there, keep on growing. So career here has got longevity. You do not get bored at one position. Normally, you are working in any other industry. You are one position, very difficult to grow from here virtually, but different job functions are there. Here, with the different job functions, you have multiple layers, you have multiple designations, multiple work functions are there. So you can grow. The longevity is very good here. Growth is there. You can start with the management training, you can go up to director level. The growth is there, which does not happen in really many of the industries. There is a good money available at pharma, CEOs. They got a good money, they got getting crores. It's not that pharma money is not there, because profitability is huge, future scope is huge. One should not be carried away by compared low turnover. Then personal development or personal enrichment. A person is working today as a management training, tomorrow he will work as an area manager, day after tomorrow he will work as a regional manager, then zonal manager and all that. The more you keep on changing your designation, your job function change. Once your job function change, you develop yourself for the new job realities. So personal enrichment, personal development is very high in this function. It is something like, you see the army. Somebody get admitted as a constable or a lieutenant, he keep on improving the rank and going into army chief. So with every increase, with every change in the hierarchy, you got to learn new things. You become a different person. So overall your personal enrichment is very good in the pharma, which unlike any other industry. As I told you, it's a recession-free industry. There is no threat tomorrow. What is going to happen in pharma? Pharma is going to exist, but our modes, our systems will keep on changing. But whatever change happen, it will be good for younger people. Because with the changes, older people keep on, going down, and newer people who can cope up with the change, they only will be flourishing. So, जितने change होते हैं, they are all good for you. Starting own business is comparatively easy and need much less finance. That's why I'm saying in earlier one slide, that there is some system loophole also. You hardly get any industry where if you can start a company with very low finance and with so easiness. In India, to start a company, you need to take a wholesale license, which including government bribe costs around 40,000 rupees. Fees must be much lesser. Then to register a company, I think it may take some 10-15,000 rupees. If you do the two things, you can become MD of a company. It is so less investment. What it need? It need your contacts in the market. It need your expertise. If you gain your expertise with your talent, with your hard work, if you gain the contacts with your work, you can start your own company. In India, the number one company by capital value is Sun Pharma. I start my career from this company in '93. Today, its chairman Dilip Sangvi is not only capital point of view, it's the number one company in India. It's overall, if you look at including Ambani's, he is among the top 10 richest people in India. The company was started in 1980 on the similar way. Among the top 10 Indian company, at least 6-7 of them, they were started in the decade of 70s. They're not very old company. So in Indian pharma, the people who are thriving, who are doing well, they're basically companies who are operating for last 30 to 40 years only. Growth is much faster. One company is there in Orchid Chemical, the recent one. You might have heard of name. I think he's a passer from IIM Ahmedabad. Mr. Raghavendra Reddy or something like this. He started the company in I think 90s only. It's hardly 20 years back. You look at size of Orchid Chemicals today in Chennai. You need not to have a factory here. You can get the product manufactured somebody else. It's okay. So you don't require much of the finance there. So many of you who want to be entrepreneur, who want to have your own business, if you work in this industry for 5 to 10 years, develop expertise, develop the contacts. It's not difficult to start. Start always easy. I'm saying it's not difficult to make it success also, and you can make it big. So that is another beauty of this pharma industry. You can start very easily, and if you have talent, if you have contacts, if you have good expertise, you develop. You good understanding of the market you develop. It is very easy also. And down the line, at least 20, 30, 40 years, we can see recession is not going to come here. At least this much we can say. So again, there is a good thing about the pharma. Now I talk little bit problem also. Little bit, not much. Why a lot of management people or management students did not come to pharma? There is some myths, there are some old issues which are changing now. But little bit they are there. What are those? Comparatively, when you compare any other industry, starting pay is less. Job has to start by the grassroots because basic understanding you have to get. If you does not go to chemist, you does not go to stockist, you does not move through the wholesale market, does not go to the doctors door to door, basic understanding does not come. So for a year or two, that basic understanding is very important wherever you grow in future your life. That job, that initial role is low paying and the frustrating. When you deal with the chemist, you deal with the stockist, compared to illiterate people. That is the issue. Working with a comparatively management illiterate environment, if you look at pharma, not many people are, you will not find from big management institutes. So working with them, they talk of very basic thing, they talk of very business thing, very straightforward. You may feel a little bit uncomfortable to begin with. But again, it's all short time. You don't get much of the management books, journals on the pharma marketing. You don't get much of the reference. It's basically, in this market, it's more and more dependent on the self-learning, self-understanding. Whatever you learn, whatever you understand, that is important. And that is what I'm saying, understanding of business, if you work for here 5 to 10 year time, you can understand, you can develop your understanding, develop your own knowledge of a market, and then you can start. But these all change happening, this is all I'm saying fast, slowly change happening. Starting pay is increasing year by year. Grassroots job can be short time and learning, which means previously when I started my career, people used to say at grassroots level when I used to work at least 10-15 years. I was not convinced with the idea then, that time. After working 8-9 months in the job, I said, why I cannot be promoted? I said, nobody get promoted like this. But why? So the why start questioning. They say there is test, there is an interview, there is a presentation, lot of things happen. Okay, I will face that. So they put me certain interviews, certain case studies, all that. I succeeded there also. With all the fights, I got promotion in 1.5 years of experience. So I became manager at the age of 22. So there was problem that time also. There was problem like nobody believe I'm manager. I used to go to my executives. They feel he is the new person. Because I was younger than them. But what I'm trying to tell you is now when this can happen 20 years back, this can happen now in a year also. In a year also it can happen. Somebody of you can start a grassroots job and within a year one can promote also. So grassroots work, whether working as an executive level, working as an area manager level, and I'm saying the real management start when at least from sales point of view become the regional manager, or from the marketing point of view become at least brand manager, product manager. Actual management start from there. Below that it's all learning. So this learning, entire learning can be reduced to total 2 years, 3 years also. So these 2-3 years, suppose you spend on learning, your future can be better understanding and good for you. So initial frustration in the field job will become a bit less, it's more of learning now. Role of strategy marketing pharma is increasing, which was not there earlier. New role, new positions are emerging. It is not necessarily that it remain only sales or marketing. Now the department like business development is there, almost all the companies. Now the strategy management department that is there, almost all the companies. Customer relationship development department, now they're existing almost all the companies. So different new department, new hierarchies are emerging. New roles are emerging to strengthen this. Institutional business is there. Corporate hospital business departments are there now with the pharma companies. So newer positions are emerging, newer roles are emerging. So this was the older thing. Now people can definitely look at pharma as a good career. Working environment obviously improving now. Now senior does not say how you can promote it. No, why I'm saying I face those problems. I used to say what is there to learn? No, certain things come with the age only. Age I cannot increase. Age is something I cannot increase. If my senior say, no, I got promotion 15 years, that is your problem. why should I got promotion 15 years? I personally face a lot of such things. If a person to become manager those days, he has to lose the hairs. I lose very recently. That time I used to have full head of hair. Or some graying also. जब तक थोड़ा बुढ़ा नहीं दिखता मैनेजर नहीं बनेगा क्या लॉजिक है now that is not there now the person can become now the people who are coming to us I think in the current concept if I look at within 20s by 28 29 I expect people to become at least general manager not even regional manager now the industry overall age is reducing. Now I look at a person at the age of 34, 35, he should be heading some division. That is what the expectation now we have from the youngster, from the industry, because you cannot handle those changes. For managing business, we have to connect to the people, down the line people. Now the new girl, new boy comes to us, 20 year, 21 year, 22 year. If I am myself a 60-year-old, I will not be able to connect. I have to connect with them to get the business. I have to use them, I have to develop them, I have to take work from them. So too much of older people are not required now. So industry needs younger people. So no more such things that senior will be commending, you cannot promote it. If your immediate senior says you cannot promote it, his senior will at least support you. Because entire lot, the younger generation, the ratio is increasing. Overall systems are getting more science-based, more structured. Future scope, there is some myth about pharma marketing. The people say it's a pharmacy or biotech background is a must. It has nothing to do with the pharmacy or biotech. When I say marketing or sales, it's a basically kind of commerce, it's a basically management, it's about strategy. I did my MSc in organic chemistry. I used to study the 40 steps chloroform synthesis. Very difficult something. There used to be 40 steps. How do you remember 40 steps in chemical structure? I remember. What is used now? What do you use of chloroform here? No use. I am dealing with a super specialist. What I am going to teach them? Nothing. I have to understand business. I have to understand marketing. I have to develop the strategy. I have to implement the strategy. That is more important, which BA also can do, which BCom also can do, which BSc also can do, and BPharm also can do. So there is nothing like you require biotech or pharma. There is absolutely nothing like it. In fact, coming from different background, coming from different stream, is sometimes add a new thought also. If you are going to deal with some corporate hospital, what pharmacy has to do with that? In India, whatever retail shop you see, at least 99% of retail shop, their owner or their relative does not have pharmacy background. They buy somebody's certificate for 4,000 rupees, उसको लटका देते, उसके नाम पे दुकान चल रही है, as good as 99%. What is pharmacy background for us? When owner of the shop does not understand pharmacy, can somebody say something? So it's not required. Some people say it's a too small industry. If you look at size point of view, you look at size of somebody's soap, shampoo and all those things, yes, it looks small. But look at profitability of this industry, very high. Look at future scope, which is very high. Look at how much we are exporting now, how much we can export in future, is very high. And business does not happen only in the branded formulation tablet. It happens at bulk drug level also, it happens at API level also. It's a multi-fold business. So actual size, what I told you the size, is only of the branded ready formulation. Actual size, if you include all the API bulk drug also, it will be much more. So it is not a small size industry, and growth almost 15 to 20% put together all. It's a big industry. There was a myth, salaries are low. That is also wrong. Salaries are increasing very fast. If you look at today, different business magazines also says every year how much increment, how much hike is going to be in pharma. This is one of the highest. Very high salary, keep on increasing every year, keep on increasing. Maybe our starting salaries may not be great, but person who is working, who are contributing, the salaries or can say allowances are the really high, can match with other industries. There may be some industry where initial may be good, but over a period of time may not be that great. But here, initial may not be that great, but over a period of time, it is among the better one. So these are all are myths about pharma marketing. So future point of view, say industry is bound to grow manifold. There is a lot of scope. Marketing systems, techniques are changing. Customer concept is also changing. Overall, all management approach is changing. It's not that you depend on the MDs also, you have to depending on person selling also. Lot of B2B, lot of corporate also coming, they dealing with them is also becoming important. So overall, I see a very, very bright future in the pharma marketing as a career. So wherever some of you are already interested, well and good. Some of you can develop interest. It's never too late. We don't mind who is coming from biotech background, who is coming from commerce background. At least while selecting people, we do not keep any barrier. It's more important understanding of business. It's more important understanding of marketing. Those common sense is more important. Yeah. Any question till now you have?
Sir, we'll start with the question.
Okay.
15 minutes questions.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Actually, in pharma industry, what I have seen is that attrition rate is very high. So, what's your opinion about that? Like, why the attrition rate is so high? And are you concerned about this rate of attrition in this industry?
Little bit I am concerned, not much. Attrition rate is high. There are two reasons. When people join pharma industry, after seeing the initial work, as I am saying, the initial some frustration, some problems are there. Many people leave the industry. No, I can't do it. On an average, if 100 people start their career in pharma marketing, 50 people, they leave within first 2, 3, 4 months. They feel, no, I can't do it. That is one attrition. There is one second round of attrition, which can happen after 4 or 5 years of the working in pharma. That attrition is people are going to medical insurance, people are going to hospital management. There people has to go because medical insurance people, from where they will get skilled people who can sell medical insurance, they can get only and only from pharma. Hospital management, who will manage all the hospitals? They have to depend on the pharma professional. So they come back and they approach all the pharma people. Then these people leave the pharma because they offer much better salary at that point of time. So there is one more second round of attrition happen that time, which is natural, should happen. There is nothing wrong in that happening also. So we may be a little bit bothering about the recruitment point of view. Whether person is really interested, because somebody leave the job within 3, 4, 5 months, our cost of the training, our cost of initial recruitment, initial putting in the market, that goes. But it is not actually that much concern where it figures look like. Yeah.
Hi sir, I'm Mohit. What we see is that in rural areas we have lakh number of medical professionals and medical facilities. So what challenges do these sales representatives face, in approaching those areas, and what strategies do we apply for marketing, and what metrics do we use to measure the outcome of such strategies?
Rural marketing, it's a kind of segment. Some companies are getting into more expertise. There's a good and bad thing in rural marketing. Rural marketing is a big market, but slowly decreasing. Why slowly decreasing? When people are moving to the cities, the market decreases. It's not increasing market, it's not growing market, it's degrowing market. In this market, the different parameters are there. When you go to a small town, there will be one distributor who will just like a king, Don. You are laughing. You have seen on TV one leader from Samajwadi Party called Naresh Agrawal. Somebody you see? Nowadays comes on TV also, sometimes he comes on newspaper also. He is a minister. This person is the same way, local mafia don of the drugs in Hardoi. I used to see in my early days. So these small places, this so-called rural market, there's these kind of element exist. We need to appoint them as a distributor. We are business people. We have to identify, okay, this person, okay, fair, yeah, you are a great friend, so what? Some of them, they look for some extra discount, maybe 5-7% that make them happy, fair. Some of them, they prefer, I get drugs directly from the company, something big thing. Directly from the company means what? Directly they get from a depot. It's a distributor, a stockist, so what? It's not a great deal. Socially they may call, I'm getting no direct supply from the company. He add little more. I get directly from the Bombay. Nobody get from Bombay. They get from a local state depot only. But their egos has to be satisfied. Okay. Now suppose these kind of people, I carry suppose some 10 rupees pen here. You give the pen, something product name you mention. He's very happy. Buying a 10 rupees pen. Company give me all the gifts, Whatever they give, doctor first comes to me. Such a small thing, settling this local ego are important in the rural marketing. Role of the gift increase. Role of the local stockist increase. Role of the discount increase. So it's a basically promotion mix change. Our work style changes. So that is also market for us. Yes.
So my name is Rahul Goyal. I'm
Yeah.
the first year participant here. My question is, I read yesterday in newspaper that one of the patent of GSK was revoked by the government authority of India on the basis they were not able to prove their innovation. So now they don't talk about product innovation, they talk about like you have to prove that it is a innovative product, then only you can have that patent. Otherwise other can copy it and make their drugs. So what is the market sentiment of pharma industry there, because there are a lot of debate going on this.
You're happy? That's what I already told you. I covered it in my early discussion. See, new drug discovery, we talk a lot of things in newspaper and media. New drug discovery cost around 400 to 500 crore. 400-500 crore लगता है नई दवा डिस्कवर करने में. Then there is no guarantee it will succeed or not. In Indian companies, is hardly 2-3 company has got labs which are capable of, as a lab as they are capable of researching something new molecules. Which means what? We as an Indian company, we have to depend on outside companies, their research are there, we are good in manufacturing. Something we called in this developmental research. Any molecule you give us, we develop just like same. Good quality. So we are good in developing in India. So we develop that medicine in India. We sell at affordable price. When these companies like Glaxo, they approach the court, no, this is violation of patent. So we have two logics. It means not me, as an Indian company I'm saying. One is, we are providing at affordable cost. That company is selling very high cost, it is not in the interest of the common public of India. Court say yes. That is big thing. Secondly, sir, the same drug we were producing earlier also, it is nowhere different. They have to prove how it is different. The poor chap will take time. बोलते तारीख पे तारीख लगती रहेगी. So, as I was earlier saying, the patent is there, but practically it is more favorable to Indian companies. Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Vinod. Sir, when talking about marketing, price is one of the main points of difference between you and your competitor. But in case of the drug price regulation scenario, where all companies have to sell certain drugs at the same price, and already this is an industry where you said the customer is smarter than the marketer. So, and because the doctors already know the product benefits, features, etc. So in such a case, what do you do to make sure that your products are sold more than the competitors' products?
Yes. One is that I didn't use the word that customer is more smarter than us. They're more elite, they're more educated. It does not mean they're more smarter. So we have to be more smarter.
Hi,
No?
sir.
Let me go. Secondly, this used to be one differentiation, that our price is economical. It is not necessarily unique selling point. Drugs does not sell because of that. If you are going for a doctor who is charging a fees of 1,000 rupees and you say the drug is economical than 1 rupee, does not make difference. You go to doctor who is charging fees 1,000 rupees, 3,000 rupees. If it does not prescribe you medicine worth 3, 4, 5,000 rupees, you will not enjoy. If you are going to a doctor who is charging fees of 20 rupees, if you prescribe medicine 300 rupees, you will not go to him again. It's a market segmentation. Certain drugs, certain class of the people, cost of drug is important. But in lifestyle disorder, for the bigger doctor, the price of drug is not important. We don't sell economical drug. Now this price regulation come, company like me, I'm not affected. You bring more. I sell at normal price. There is other marketing abilities, there are other sales abilities which are used to sell the drug, not the price. As a marketer, to me also it's insulting if I sell the drug on the basis of price. Then where is my ability as a marketer? So that's not the basic thing to sell. There are other things. Yeah. Yes, please.
Sir, I am Apurva. Like you said, the focus of the industry shifting towards the younger generation, as in, like you just said that the 60-year-old won't be able to connect very well with the 20 to 21. So is it then, does it reflect that the career span in pharmaceutical marketing will be for a short duration, say, once we become 40, 45, we'll be thrown out of the industry? Is it like that?
Partly right, partly wrong. Career span is reducing, yes, this is correct. Previously, if you look at when I start my career, I used to meet a executive who say from 35 years I am holding the same bag. I used to be a useless person. 35 years यही काम कर रहा है. I was dying for not doing it 1 year. Now, if somebody get promotion every 1 year, 2 years, 3 years like this, obviously you are starting a career 23, 24, 25. By 45, 50, you have achieved a lot of things. Then, after 50, in such cases, it will be difficult to have that career, but there are other career lines also opens. It's not necessarily that all 35, 40 will keep on doing the pharma sales. What enjoyment somebody get? In 1992, Bill Clinton says Americans should be ready to doing 3 to 5 jobs in their career time. They should not feel that I will be doing 1 job only. That I am talking 21 years back. Now situation is much changes. Now I believe any company we do, We should be ready to look at a 3 to 8 company different our career phase, and maybe 2 to 3 different industries also. I think it's interesting that one work for 10 year, 20 year, 30 year one industry, then you go to some other industry. All medical education, there who will do that job? You will do. So there is a new career opportunities open. New things keep on happening. Last 3 years, I do some consultations. So I don't know how to do consultation that time. Somebody approached me some 3 years back. No, we want to know about so and so come how this is going. I said, okay. But I don't have time and all that. No, we will pay for it. I said, okay. You tell me again, how much you will pay? They tell me this is how we will pay that so and so dollars per hour. So, okay, fair, we'll talk. I start talking, more company came to know. Today, from the US, UK, there are around 5 different consulting companies. They consult me. New career opportunity. I enjoy doing that more than this. Because my per minute charge increase. I have to talk over phone only, that I have to receive phone call, I don't make phone call. And check comes in dollar. So ये जो अंग्रेज लोग हैं, they many times they give us money for labor work only. Now I am happy they say for consultation work they give the money. So different career lines opens, but yes, this way in the coming time you cannot expect 35-40 years in the one line. That's true. Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Divyajyoti. So my question is that, I have a work experience in IT sector. So what sort of disadvantages or challenges will I face as against a person who is a fresher or from a pharma sector background?
You are talking from pharma sector point of view.
I'm from an IT sector.
No, you are from IT, you are asking if you get into pharma.
Yeah.
No, there is no disadvantage long-term point of view. Short-term point of view, maybe 1 month or so, you may have to study the anatomy visual, so you become a little more comfortable. More is the problem is your own thinking, your own confidence level. Suppose I go to doctor. For me as a super specialist doctor, nobody asks me what is the dose. But if I ask, I should be confident enough to telling something. So more important your own confidence. So maybe 1 month, 2 months, if you look at anatomy physiology or maybe month kind of training, I think you will be equally confident as any BSc B1 person will be. There is no difference. Rather you can have advantage because some of your back of mind will be there, I'm not pharmacy, I do something better than them. So that zeal can be with you as an advantage.
So last 2 questions.
Okay.
Hello sir, my name is Yash. And sir, in the upcoming future, do you see the generic medicine industry as a highly competing, it will provide competition to the pharma industry? As in, that's my question. And if it is, then how do you plan to compete with it? Because in terms of life-saving drugs, various states are providing them at really low cost.
Generic drugs industry is increasing. Currently, last 1.5 year time, it is growing at the pace of 40 to 50%. But there is certain, I'm saying in the pharma there is a lot of myth available. What is generic drug industry? I am making a drug which MRP I am keeping 5 rupees. Okay. If the 5 rupees drugs I sell to wholesaler, I will sell it around something 4 rupees. If it is generic, I will sell it at around 1 rupees. So where is the margin of 3 rupees? This 3 rupee margin, this wholesaler will enjoy. At his discretion, something he will pass on to retailer. At his discretion, something he will pass on to patient. It is not the actual consumer is benefiting much. And this retailer, at his own pleasure, he will pass on little bit to patient. So this consumer industry kind of perceptions are there. The patient will get benefited from that. This benefit will not be that significant. That is one issue. It is not posing a big threat. It is a very time being only. Secondly, when for serious ailment we go to doctors, so what we say is, सब पैसा कितना भी लग जाए, patient सही होना चाहिए. Doubt नहीं चाहिए दिमाग में. I don't want to have doubt. I spend less money on my patient. कुछ भी हो गया, problem. Branded खरीद रहे हो. So that's human psychology also. That also play part. So generic drug will grow, but not that significantly. Thirdly, the generic drugs or the small company drugs or the hospital dispensing drugs, it's basically a bifurcation happening government business and private business. Like I'm saying, there was a phone line, there was early all government of the BSNL, MTNL is government, I don't know where they're operating, and where they're happening in private, they're only growing. Couriers are growing, post office are getting closed. Government airlines on the verge of close, private airlines are increasing. So everywhere that thing is happening here also. So one sector will be the government sector where the generic drug, small company drugs, all the political party, all the corruption will keep on happening. They will enjoy that part. We will be looking at more of private sector. So it's a that bifurcation. I do not see any kind of threat except maybe some, what I should say, some oldie people they can say, now this will happen, nothing is going to happen, it will be going to a better future only.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Anshuman. It's accepted that complex lifestyle diseases are on a rise when we talk of diseases like cancer and everything. But then coming down to the grassroots level, even we find common diseases, say like common cold, viral fevers, cholera, and maybe we talk about diarrhea and everything. They are still on a high, and all the drugs catering to these kind of problems are still being sold at large numbers. Talking about a very random statistics, if you go to a common medical shop and stand there, then people coming to purchase complicated drugs are far less than people who come to purchase these basic common type of drugs. Now what I'm trying to say is, you have a large number of competitors in the market. Almost all of them manufacture drugs like common cold, tinidazole, and maybe you talk of common cold, or maybe you talk of penicillins and other type of drugs. So what is your basic strategy? How do you position your drug in the mind of the doctor who happens to be your consumer at this particular point of time? What is your positioning strategy so that you push in your drug into the market and leave behind your competitors?
First of all, what you're saying is these drugs are still sold at large. It's a different from place to place. Overall, none of these so-called chronic drug or the lifestyle disease drugs, their market share almost close to 35% now, and these general drugs sold at almost 65% of the market they contribute. Anybody who was staying in say slums, he's moving to Chal. Person who is staying in the Chal, moving to low-cost flat. Low-cost flat going to a bigger flat. Our socio-economical conditions are slowly changing. With these changes, all kinds of drugs are being used, will be used. But percentage increasing that side. So it's a market moving that side. In the chronic or lifestyle drugs, their margins of profitability is better. We have to deal with lesser number of doctors, lesser effort, and more clarity is there, more longevity is there. If somebody prescribed drug for hypertension or the cardiac goes prescription goes months or years, somebody prescribed for cough and cold go for 2-3 days only. So as a marketer, our priority is go towards lifestyle chronic drugs. Now coming to the companies who are doing for these drugs, there is a altogether different promotion mix, because life of the prescription is for 2-3 days there in the cough cold. So doctor's mood has to be happy for 1 day. If 1 day is happy, he will write drug. Thinking is that the chemist mood or whatever he has to 1 day. We employ a short-term strategies there. In case of lifestyle, we deploy the long-term strategy. We have to have one-to-one relationship with those doctors. In the case short terms, we look at little bit gift, some discount, sometimes price also. Those kind of things we deploy with cough, cold, kind of things. So that market overall promotion mix, this is different, that is different.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Any last question? One last question.
So you have to see yourself, I don't mind. Yeah, please, silent, let him speak now. Yeah.
I'm always flooded with so many emails which says these particular medicines are not supposed to be sold in outside countries, whereas India it is marketed, it is being used and all. I want to know whether it's just a myth or what is the facts. That's simple.
Both of them. In India, there's something called, as I mentioned in my presentation, there's something called fixed dose combination. Because we are a poor country, we mix the two drugs together and make one tablet. This one tablet is economical than taking two separate tablets. Such tablets, such medicines are advanced countries, they don't prefer. They ban such things. Now we are also banning. Why they ban? Every drug has got different pharmacokinetics, different pharmacodynamics. Some drug has to be taken twice in a month, twice in a day, something else thrice in a day, something once in a day. So suppose X drug has to be taken once in a day and Y drug has to be twice in a day. You mix both. then you give take twice a day or take once a day. In either case, it is wrong. That is problem with the fixed dose combination. Number one. Number two, you are coming to me as a patient. I want for you, for initially 7 days, these 2 drugs are important. After that, I can continue 1 drug. But I start prescribing you one that single medicine. But after 7 days, you say, why to go to doctor? Again, he will charge 300 rupees. I continue with the same. So same prescription you continue and you are taking drug which is not required. So these combination drugs are sometimes misused. That is one reason for this difference what internationally they ban and we use, cost point of view. Secondly, there are certain drugs, they have some side effect. But side effects are like this, 1 patient out of 1,000, 1 patient out of lakh shown such side effect. Now America cannot afford to do having such side effects. We have plenty of people, we don't mind. So sometimes with the drugs having a little bit side effect, those countries ban, we don't ban. Because some drugs are there, they are available there, but they are not available in India. So we look at sometimes utility of the drugs also. And we put different kind of conditions. This drug has to be dispensed on the prescription only. Chemist has to keep the prescription. Chemist, certain different clause are there. One clause says you have to take a separate license for keeping this kind of drug. One license says you have to keep the prescription also intact with you while selling this kind of drug. So these different clauses are there. The government sometimes approve these drug sales with different clause, which practical sometimes happens, sometimes does not happen. But yes, because of that, we do sell certain drugs as a government allowed us, which internationally may not be feasible.
Thank you, sir, for that very entertaining session. I know pharma could be a bit boring sometimes, but I'm sure that perceptions have changed and they'll be looking a little more open to career in pharma industry.
But it was only entertaining or no informative?
It was informative as well as entertaining.
Okay. No, I look at same. Everything has to be entertaining along with informative. If something is only informative, it's not entertaining, it looks sometimes boring also. So you should learn, but you should learn with the fun.